Alright, so another thing I wanted to talk about today is completing the fish story style fish stories. Uh, Today I want to talk about the story of the six roseline sharks I have, Sahyadria denisonii, or I hope I pronounced that right. So, I got them in August 2022 as little babies. They should be a little over 2 years old now. Uh, I got nine of them as I mentioned in the basic overview video. I got nine of them to start with. Ever since then three have died from blow-ish complications. I'm thinking, as I said, the batch I got them from doesn't necessarily have the best genetics. It is what it is, though. Anyway, these ones were miracles. I was initially thinking I might have to purchase very expensive roseline sharks that were larger than I would have liked them to be, because the local pet store said they might not get in any more roseline sharks in June 2022, shortly before I was going to purchase them. And then in August 2022, shortly before I thought I would have to bite the bullet, there were actually those baby roseline sharks at a much lower price. I think $15 a pop. Very, very reasonable for roseline shark standards. I'm super satisfied I found them. That was a great miracle. I put them in here without quarantine. I rolled the dice because I had heard horror stories of roseline sharks dying from low oxygen in and I didn't want to risk that in my 38-liter 10-gallon tank, that they might die from low oxygen. Fortunately, I won that dice roll. I don't want to do that anymore, but I'm so happy I won that one. Whew. Anyhow, so they've been doing good in this unheated tank. They're looking quite nice with their red and green and black and their shark shapes and their yellow tips of the tails. They never bother anyone. They provide some nice activity at the top and middle of the tank. They look nice swimming all together, as should be visible on the camera. They're a great complementary fish to all the different kinds of locks. They they do well with the flow in the tank, and they feeding time's quite easy. They eat anything. They like pellets. They like frozen foods. They like swatted flies, etc. And that's feeding time's actually where they get their name. They eat quite quickly, and if I drop a piece of food, 99% of the time it's going to be snatched up by them. I actually call them Liam's dietitians in reference to Liam the Burmese lock. If I'm hand feeding some other lock and I drop the piece of food, most of the time before he gets it, one of the roseline sharks will get it. They're helping him stay on his diet. That's why their group name is Liam's dietitians, and luckily they're two. And this is actually one thing where, I mean, these are kind of skittish fish with regards to movement and etc. And this is one thing where that skittishness is actually good. Seems like they're too skittish to actually come up and hand feed directly. If they weren't, I'm worried they would be the ones overeating. So I mean, yeah, they can be skittish to walking and movement, etc. But it's a good thing they are too skittish to come up to my hands and take the food, because if they weren't, they'd be fat. Uh, Anyhow, what else can I tell you about these? They're I'm wondering how many years I can get out of them. I've heard of people having them up to 8 years. Maybe I can have them some more if all the stars align. And well, I guess that's all for the Roseline Sharks. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story.